While we're all waiting for the next official Digimon game this September, there's one game you can actually play right now. It's called Digimon New World, created by Gabumon RZ, and it's better than you expect. This fan-made game is inspired by Digimon World 1, and primarily on the Digimon World saga, where your mission is simple. Rebuild the city, rescue Digimon, and stop the current enemy known as Cracky. And let me show you why this game might be exactly what we've been needed until the next big release drops finally. So here's something new for Digimon fans. If you haven't just yet, make sure to subscribe and like that video, my friend. The first thing they ask is your name. I went with Shaq because I gotta keep it consistent. Then they throw a few questions at you, but I'm like, I don't think any of that actually matters, so I just skip through them. But anyway, we get to pick a starter. You get to choose between Agumon, Kurumon, and Tentomon. And without thinking twice, I went with Agumon. He's the classic, the mascot, the fucking GOAT. Then boom, we get stuck into the digital world. And right after that, we meet Digimon. He's basically like, yo, things are going downhill out here, so some humans are messing with the digital world. We need your help to fix things and bring Digimon back to the city. So I was like, say less, let's get to fucking work. From there, it's just me and Agumon, ready to explore the digital world. And I gotta say, the game really feels like Digimon World 1, but laid out in that old school Pokemon top-down style. So what I like too is that there's a gym where you can train your Digimons, but I don't think it's necessary, so I'm not even gonna grind my stats. And another great feature now is that you can actually rely on more than just your partner Digimon. You can actually capture some Digimon. Perhaps we should do that, but I'm mainly gonna focus on my cute Agumon and see how that goes. While I'm exploring, I actually run into Agumon. Oh, this Digimon just hits me up like, yo, you got 500 bits for this recovery disc? I'm like, sure, I'll buy it. Then he goes back to the city and sets up the shop. Hey, that's Digimon for you. After that, I check out Kunamon's bed. And yup, we get Kunamon to join the city by just doing a quick battle. Then I ran into this Digimon at Cola Point, but this guy just stood there like an NPC from a game that hasn't finished loading his dialogue yet, so he didn't just say much. I just kept moving. So now, here's where it gets interesting. I spot a bunch of Numamon heading into Jewel Tunnel, and I'm like, hold on, what are they up to? So naturally, I follow them. Turns out they're trying to take over this place called the Residential Ward, and Jumagomon is there straight up panicking. Dude's got no plan, no backup, just full on stress mode. So I stepped in, take down the Numamon squad, and instead of chasing them off, I convinced them to join the city, and that's what I like. Problem solving with style, baby. Plus, Jumagomon gave us a pickaxe, which ended up being super useful for gathering materials. Now, the best part is that my Agumon evolves into a Greymon, which looks fucking dope. It's going to be a game changer to have a champion by our side. Now that we got the Numamon sub-handle, I had to take down a Jumagomon that was very tired, that he needed our help now to help him get us into this tunnel right here. So after doing that, we head into the lava cave, and guess who's waiting for me? If you played Digimon World 1, of course, Miramon. But he's heated and literally and emotionally, so he thinks that we're the one messing up with the digital world. So we tried to explain him, but he's like, nah bro, all I want to do is battle. So I took care of him, and then he finally comes down, realizes I'm not the bad guy, and agrees to help us. So he heads back to the city and opens up a fucking restaurant. Now we can head towards Montang Panorama. Here you can recruit Patamon, who wants to battle a couple times in a row, and by winning each fight, he joins the city. And right after that, out of nowhere, this guy named Mr. Kenji walks in. Real calm, researcher type vibe, right? He starts dropping lore bombs, talking about how the digital world was created, how he came here for research, and how hackers are apparently causing all this chaos. He doesn't give me all the info, but just enough to let me know that there's something a bit deeper going on. So in my mind, I'm just like, okay, side quest unlocked, so let's just keep it going. But at least he gave us the experience share, so I ain't mad about it, man. Next up, the jungle, baby. So now that we got all that sorted, the Digimon bridge is finally fixed, just like in the OG game, so we can cross over in the tropical jungle, ready to set to see what's next. So while exploring the beach, I found this weird looking rock. I hit it with a pickaxe, and surprise bitch, it's Shellmon. And after beating him in battle, obviously, he joins the fucking city, baby. Then in the Magro region, I ran into those shady hackers Kenji warned us about. They were trying to capture this Digimon, man. So I jumped in and smacked them straight into the Shadow Realm. So just like that, this Digimon, we told him like, yo, it's a lot more safe in the city. You already know, man, join the fucking city. Everybody's gonna join the city at this point. Next up is the Overdale Wasteland. There's a Gazmon blocking the path to Maltismon Mansion, so we fought our way through, and in the cemetery, I found a Bakemon, and just like in Digimon World 1, if you answer yes, yes, no, he joins the city. Just like that. Now we can enter Maltismon's creepy house, and there's some weird puzzle stuff and spooky vibes in here. But eventually, after figuring out what the fuck it is all about. We fight Digimon, beat him, and of course, this guy joins the city too. After that, I made my way across the Invincible Bridge and visited Monochromon's shop. You gotta run the shop and make 80,000 bits in profit, man. So all I did is just click on some random dialogue and eventually I pulled it off and Monochromon joins the city and opens a fucking shop, baby. Let's go. And it was off to Amada Forest into the Dino region. I walked in on Greymon Blue and Saberdramon fighting each other. Apparently Deltamon and his crew were planning to eat the loser. Yeah, it's not happening. So I stepped in, won the fight, and both Digimon respect us enough to join the city. And soon after, I explored the Mitchell mine. Yup. Aw shit, here we go again, more fucking hackers. They were trying to steal rare gems to sell in the real world. Centuromon was holding them off but got taken down by the hacker leader, so we stepped in, beat the money hacker. Dude was garbage in battle and saved the day. Centuromon joins the city. Graceful, we kicked their ass. Let's go, right? Then came one of my favorite parts, straight from Digimon World 1, the Leomon sequence. Agumon tries to attack Biomon because she stole his Skull Crusher, if I'm not mistaken. That's kind of fair, honestly, right? But Leomon steps in and tells Agumon to chill and Biomon joins the city. And Leomon still doesn't join yet. I mean, obviously. So back to business. We hit the trash jump and face a DJ hacker who gives 0 answers. His number 1 squad was a joke. He ran off. Then I spoke with a Betamon who's looking for his dad. I feel you, buddy. I miss my dad too. Where's my fucking dad, bro? Then we took an elevator and ran into Birdramon. He thought we were trespassing and attack him. So we win the fight and now we can fast travel. Unfortunately though, it's not free, man. Fuck this guy. Then Unimon shows up in the enemy territory. So Orgrimmon tries to jump him. So we step in and save him. He's injured, so we send him to the city to recover. We raid Orgrimmon's fortress next, fight his crew, and there's even a cool nod to Greymon Blue and Black Arrowmon from next order. Orgrimmon offers to let us join his crew. We say no, so he tests our strength. We win, but he's not ready to join yet. Says it's not over yet. Get ready for the next round. More hacker shows up trying to capture Erdramon, so we fight this superhero hacker. Don't ask him. Don't ask me why he's a superhero though. We win, but while we busy fighting him, Erdramon gets taken anyway, so that sucks. Next up, Friesen. First thing we do is take down a bunch of Gabumon and Garurumon, and they all end up joining the city. So big W in the chat. Then we save Mojiamon from more hackers, and during that, Greymon evolves into Metal Greymon. Mojiamon's grateful and joins the city. Enigma wants cash to light up the city, so I pay him and boom, take that fucking money, you piece of shit, and more lights in the city now. Then we head into a high-tech factory to fight Jiromon, Datamon, and Angelmon, and after trusting us, they all agree to help protect File Island and join the city. While digging into their research, we learned the crack team created Angelmon and Boltmon. But Angelmon was too hard to control, so they banished him. There's talk that humanity already crossed the dimensional barrier. Whatever that means, we'll find out soon enough. Now we unlock the Gecko Swamp. There's a strange rock that turns out to be Digitamamon. He just wanted peace and quiet, but since he could find it here, he joins the city. Also met a Ramon who loves drinking toilet water. That's gross, but hey, he joins the city too. Further in, we meet a Digimon named Craig. He and his team just joined us too, so let's go. Then Edamon's holding a concert for Suckumon, and his music is terrible, let's be honest here, but I lied to him because I'm like, yo, Edamons, you're so talented, so you should join the city, and he did. So back in the city now, Cyclomon wants to throw hands at us. So we fight, we win, and now he's a material vendor, which makes upgrading the city a lot more easier. Can't wait to do more of it. Now we officially learned that the Crack team created a human-made Digimon with organic parts and Chrome Digizoid, but something in my balls is telling me that there's a lot more coming. But for now, all we can do is keep recruiting Digimon, and it's quite obvious who that Digimon is, you know what I'm saying? But back in Native Forest, I found Palmon. Then in Toy Town, I saw Numon shove himself into a plush suit to become Mudzamon, beat him, and he joins. Then I saw a strange plant here that I couldn't dig, so I got a watering can from Tatamon, water it, and it turned out to be Vegemon. He joins. Then Veimon just appears in the city, fought him, and he joins too. Then I went back to Toy Town, again, battled another Digimon, and then he joins the city too. So the beautiful thing is, it's really great. I also found some parts near Toy Town for this Digimon just to get a Digimon card that I really don't care about, so moving on. I caught a Gabumon, train it, and evolve it into a Frigimon, so now by heading into this house right here, Frigimon joins the city. Now we unlock the Ice Sanctuary. It's under attack by more hackers, so of course we beat them and Angelmon joins the city. Then his friends stays there to guard the place, makes sense. Then there's Pixelmon in front of Ice Sanctuary that will show up in different spots later on, so we'll track him down as we go through this game. The freezing area, we find Penjuomon, Leomon's leader. He tells Leomon about an ancient century discovered by Jumagomon, that his time is running out, so Leomon's entrusted to go find it. But before heading there, we find another group of hackers, and one of them is the pirate hacker who kidnapped Betamon's dad, actually, Sidramon. So we fight and beat him, but he escapes into a ship talking about finding the One Piece or something. I'm just kidding, but he's probably heading back to where his base is, right? Kenjo shows up and tells Betamon and Woman to go to the city, and says we'll help him find Sidramon's too, and Woman bring us back to the city. Then Kenji tells us that we can finally head to the crack team's location, but once we do, there's no going back. Heading back to Drill to Know, we get to see Leomon seeing the ancient statue of Saber Leomon, and then he noticed that, alright, this is cool, let me join the city now that I found it. So if you're playing along, make sure you're ready. I was feeling quite confident, so I said screw it and let's fucking go. Woman's bring us to this new place called the Folder Continent, and it actually looks pretty sick. So we start exploring and make our way into a dark cave, and man, I'm not gonna lie, this place sucks. You can't say anything. It's like that old school Pokemon vibe where you're supposed to use Flash, but it's all good. I managed to go through this. Now I had to gather some stuff to unlock a sudden path, and after that we had to take down a group of crack team. Once we cleared that out, we reached Folder City, a place full of virus type Digimon. Pretty cool though. Then we discover a hidden path through the sewers. Yeah, welcome to the sewer puzzles. We had to figure out how to move through that maze, which took a minute, but we made it through. Now we're inside the Crack team's actual base. We disguise ourselves as them and start sneaking around. They're using poor Electmon as literal power sources for lightning, man. Nah, we had to shut that down, bro. To do that though, we had to do a password puzzle where clues are hidden all over the place, but I got you. So if you're playing alone, don't worry. The 3 passwords are air, fire, and ground. Easy like that. After that, we head outside and get this cool cutscene where Metal Greymon Virus is throwing hands with Erdramon. Meanwhile, some of the top Benzes we fought earlier are all gathered too, talking about heading to something called Infinity Mountain. I wonder what this is all about. There's even a hidden password nearby you can barely see, but the password is Infinity, which allow us to access this elevator. We head inside and blend in with all the hackers as they merge their way towards Infinity Tower. So at this point, it feels like we're getting closer to the final stretch. Once we're deep inside the base, the crack team leaves for Infinity Mountain to start their so-called Infinity projects. So now it's our job to take care of the security and free the imprisoned Digimon in this place. So to do that, we got past a little quiz. Don't worry, I'll show you the correct answers, as you can see right now. After that, we solve a puzzle to cut the power. So this is what it is right here on the screen. Just do the same thing and that will allow you to do the same. So now we must fight the remaining hackers, and boom, we rescue complete. The Digimons are now safe. But plot twist, we forgot about Angelmon and Loma, so we ended up leaving them on this island. Switch over to Angelmon as the playable character. That actually caught me off guard. We ended up fighting this Digimon right here with Leomon and Angelmon, which I thought was pretty cool. But then the perspective shifts back to us, the humans, while Angelmon and his crew stay behind. So hopefully they will make it safely. But now we're back on File Island. Now that we got Nanamon and the others on their side, they're helping us prepare for the Crack team's next big move towards Infinity Mountain. But before that, we still need to find more Digimon. First one we run into outside Digimon's house is Mamamon. We throw hands, we one-shot it basically, easy win, and joins the city. Next we find Pixamon again. Yep, we're still playing Where's Waldo with this guy, so I'll keep you updated as we see him more. Actually, here's a screenshot of all the location of Pixamon so you know exactly where to get him. Then we finally get the good news. Sidramon, Betamon's dad, has been saved. He allow us to access Bugland. Right when we get in, we see Flymon, Kogamon, and Kabituramon about to throw down, which was looking quite intense. But we're like, yo, chill out, everybody. We're not here for beef. So instead of fighting each other, they all turned towards us, man. So we had to put in the work, went 3-on-1, and after seeing our strength, they were like, all right, cool. I respect that. And just like that, all 3 of them head back to the city and help out at the gym. After all that, we had to head back to the diner region, but this time we unlock access to a secret area. Turns out the Crack team is here too, trying to recruit more Digimon for their shady plans, so of course it's up to us to stop them. It was cool though being back and saving more Digimon, but honestly not much happened after that. We wrapped things up pretty quick. Back in File City, we spot a Kolamon just hanging out near Woman. We talked to him and he led us to the location of Angelmon, Leomon, and Davidramon. Turns out they were all captured and knocked out. So now it's tilt mode. We have to sneak past hackers without getting caught. I thought it for sure was gonna lead into a big battle, but no. We straight up tricked the hackers by telling them there was some hiding treasure marked with an X. They're so dumb they fell for it and ran off trying to find it. While they were distracted, we rushed in, grabbed Leomon and the others, and safely brought them back to the city. Smooth rescue, no fighting needed, baby. and I gotta say that the plan worked better than I expected. And right after that, we ran into Skull Greymon and his crew, and this dude was mad as hell. Apparently Agumon had stolen one of his bones and he was not having it, so Skull Greymon and his friends was on his way to Agumon's fortress to settle the score. Skull Greymon had already wrecked him. Poor guy got his ass whooped, but after all that, Agumon got some closer and we convinced him to return to the city. At the same time, I managed to find every single Pixelmon location. Now, with all Digimon recruited, we finally unlocked the final location of the game, Infinity Mountain. Kenji made that clear, the city's thriving, and because of that, we're finally able to go. I told Mr. Kenji I was ready. He told us we could transfer to Infinity Mountain using the computer. It reminded me that it was all possible thanks to bringing the Dig back to the city. Before I left, Kenji told me, good luck, we're all waiting for your return. He couldn't come with us, this part was on us. Then we got hit with this badass anime style shot, the protagonist looking cold as hell, with the words, "We'll win," right underneath. You already know I was hype, and just like that, there was no turning back. Once we stepped into the Infinity Mountain, it was all or nothing. We made a win, now our mission was clear. Take down every leader hacker we had faced throughout the game. First was the money hacker and the funky DJ hacker. Nothing was stopping us now, especially with Metal Greymon leading the charge. Next up, the superhero hacker, again Handel, and then came the pirate hacker. No match. These guys got watched one after the other. Honestly, it felt like I was reliving Digimon World, going one by one and knocking them all down. After all those fights, I thought we were done, but no. Next was the boss of the crack team, a mysterious woman with a mask. And well, let's just say she had a strong presence, baby. She had a team of virus-type Digimon, but Metal Greymon didn't flinch, we beat her too. Before leaving, she dropped a little warning. Good luck stopping our ultimate monster, you should see woman. That's when we met this weird hacker census guy. Dude has been living the digital world for over 250 years, obsessed with creating the perfect Digimon. This guy, he tried modifying every type, man, like Metal Greymon Virus, Metal Mamamon, Mega Dramon, and so on and so forth, but none of them were truly perfect. He said their consciousness kept rebelling, so he built a Digimon with no will of its own, just a pure weapon. Machine Dramon. But before we could even face that thing, we had to beat the Mad Scientist himself. He threw everything at us. Some of those fights were tough, but I had to heal like crazy. But then, this moment happened. As I reached level 50, ladies and gentlemen, my Metal Greymon evolved. That's right, he became War Greymon. Like, the timing was perfect. Final boss territory, and my boy is his final form. Straight up anime tier moment right here. Machine Dramon showed up. That thing hit like a truck, one-shot my War Greymon with Outrage. I had to revive him though and stall, but Machine Dramon kept confusing himself after Outrage, so we got the opening and eventually I wore him down and took him out. The scientist lost, the crack team was sent back to the human world and put on a trial for cyber terrorism. Kenji helped with the investigation and went back to his old life. Then he turned to me and said, "I'm proud of you, Shaq. You saved both worlds and reunited the Digimon in the city. I could take you home, but I think it's time for you to choose." And you know what I chose? I stayed in the digital world because living the real world is fucking miserable, baby. I'm tired of paying my fucking bills. Just kidding. It's not because of that. It's because there's actually a little bit of post-game. So what I did now is upgrade the city even more. The Spile City looks even better. There's a Coliseum now with a bunch of new buildings. And man, this place looks so alive compared to when we first started. So now I won't spoil everything about the post-game, because I want you to discover it for yourself. But here's a fun one. You can actually find shiny Gomamon and other shiny as well. And even cooler than that, you can return to Infinity Mountain. And if you go all the way back to the top, Machine Dramon is just waiting for you. Doesn't say a word. It's like fighting Red from Pokémon Gold and Silver. We battle again, and once we win, Digimon shows up. He sees that we want to help Machine Dramon, and just like that, he joined us. Yup. Machine Dramon is now part of the team. That said, thank y'all so much for watching.